welcome pile number 1 to your July 2026 reading. We are going to take a look at your energies, the blessings, guidance. What can you expect that is coming towards you in the month of July? So without any further ado, let's quickly dive into your reading right away. At first, I'm going to take a look at what are your current energies, pile number 1. We'll quickly take a look at the energies. So we have frustration, we have happiness. Okay, we have the strength card. I don't know why it came out reverse, but yes. So pile number 1, what I am sensing from your energies is that currently somewhere you are kind of frustrated. I feel that you are constantly running on this hamster wheel where you need to prove yourself, your worth, and you also are aiming at achieving that sense of happiness by practically doing a lot of things together, and you feel that you'll achieve that kind of happiness if you achieve something in life. And all of that, I mean, there's no time at all is what I'm feeling. You feel that you're running out of time, you're constantly running, trying to get things done in the process, in the hopes that you will achieve that sense of happiness at the end of it all. And this is also testing your patience somewhere. You are showing that strength and resilience at the moment, but somewhere you are kind of at the end of your threshold where you feel that happiness it's just within your reach, but then for some reason everything just falls out towards the end, right before things are going to work out in your favor. That is the kind of energy that I am sensing for you currently. If this resonates with you, then maybe this pile is definitely for you. Let's see what can we expect in the month of July. So again, I'm going to check your energy that is currently surrounding you, within you, the kind of energy that you are in. Four of Swords energy. So somewhere I'm getting this feeling that you are actually looking at taking that much needed break because you are tired of running around, which actually matches with your energies that came at the beginning of the reading. You're actually tired and frustrated at the moment, and you need that much needed break. So you have kind of reached the end of your patience, and now you want that much needed break. So you're really looking forward to it. What is the energy that you need to integrate, that's coming towards you, which you've not integrated as yet? Six of Swords energy. So what I feel is that you need to just let go and move ahead. If something's not working out in your favor at the moment, July is going to be the month where you will finally realize that you need to let go and move ahead, because that is what is going to bring you that kind of happiness, the sense of peace and contentment that is going to come for you in the month of July, provided you integrate this energy of just letting go, moving ahead. For some of you, I'm also getting the feeling that finally you are moving to calmer waters. So this kind of, again, coincides with each other. We have the Four of Swords. So you are moving away from difficult times, moving towards something which is going to bring you peace, relaxation, rest, and a sense of contentment. So you will get that much needed break in the month of July. Let's see what was your, recent past energy that you've just come out of. King of Cups energy. This is beautiful energy that you seem to have mastered in the current past. So it is something that you've come into, this kind of quality wherein you have mastered your emotions, you have become wise. You understand where, you you understand the balance between give and take. And this is especially in the area of emotions. So this is beautiful energy that you've just come into in the recent past, which actually tells me that you have actually become wiser way beyond your years. Also, your intuition seems to have upped or leveled up in the recent past, so which is especially very good. Let's see what energy are you moving into. Temperance. Look, so I did say that, you've achieved that balance as far as your emotions are concerned. So you have achieved this quality. So because this is what you've achieved in the recent past, you're moving into, because you're moving with the Six of Swords energy right into something where there is balance that is brought into your life. So where I did say in the beginning that, you're running around from one place to another, and there's so many things that you need to get done, and you feel that at the end of it all you're going to achieve that happiness, but then it's frustrating you. Now you see in July there's a sense of balance restored, because you get that much needed break. You move from difficult times to times which are way more calmer, because you've mastered the art of balancing your emotions. You've become wiser, your intuition has leveled up, and this is bringing you into the temperance stage, where you are alchemizing your energies, balancing them, and now you're in a position to bring about that work-life balance within you. And July is that time which is going to bring that sense of balance. Let's see what's running at the top of your mind, which is always there. So at the top of your mind, your awareness is always about moving forward, doing things. This is exactly what it is. You're always on the run, trying to make things happen, handle all your responsibilities. At the same time, work on yourself as well. So this is always at the top of your mind. And at the same time, you also have that strong will to move forward, which is a very good quality. So this is always, always there at the top of your mind. You're moving forward, you're doing things, you're reaching towards your goal. Let's see what is always running at the back of your mind in your subconscious. We have the High Priestess for the subconscious, which is beautiful, because this is telling me that your subconscious is driving your life, and you have reached that level. With this level coming into temperance, your subconscious is something which is driving, which is on, and for everyone subconscious is always on an autopilot mode, but for you, your intuition has leveled up. And from now on, what I see, pile number one, is that you are going to be moving along based on your intuition, and it's going to be unknowingly, because your intuition is guiding you throughout, which is beautiful for you, because this is actually going to change the course of your life henceforth. And I feel July 26 is a pivotal moment for you, pile number one, because this just looks like, the way it's going, it's really looking beautiful for you, because your subconscious, your intuition is going to be driving all your decisions, and what you do next. And it's going to be so quick for you, because uh, and provided you rely on your subconscious, that's, and your intuition. So if you understand the trick of how to rely on that gut feeling, on your intuition, you will definitely, even though you're working on autopilot mode, it will be so easy for you, it will come so easily to you, that you will immediately be able to choose, which path to take, what direction to move in. So this is going to really help you out. July 2026 looks beautiful for you. Let's see what are the 4 blessings that are coming your way. The first one, we have the Strength card again. So like, in the first lot where I saw what kind of emotions and energies you are in, we had the strength card at that point of time as well, and that was kind of giving me this whole feeling that as a person, you are extremely resilient, you have that patience, and that's the reason you've come. So you've come to this stage in your life, so you've come a long way. So strength is one of the beautiful blessings that is coming your way, and this is something that you have nurtured, and you have worked upon on your own. So you are kind of aware that this is one of your strengths. The strength card is one of your strengths. So this is a blessing which you are definitely aware of. The next blessing which you are not aware of and coming your way is the Ace of Wands energy. So this blessing is telling me that there's this new fire, there's a new beginning that is happening in July in terms of creativity or passion that you want to take up. And this could be anything in any area in your life. It could be a side hustle, it could be something creative that you want to start with. It could also mean starting, getting that first idea, but it's not in terms of thoughts, but more from the energy perspective, since it's a wands card. So you're going to have that first glimpse of what you really want to do creatively, which you will understand in July. July is going to be that month for you. Let's see what are your hopes and fears, but this is going to be a blessing card. Five of Cups. So look, this is clearly telling me that in terms of fear, you always feel, what if it doesn't work out? And that could be your drawback, when things are, like I said in the beginning, when things are going to happen for you, somewhere down the line, right towards the end, things fall out. This is that card which is telling me that you need to stop thinking negative. You need to remove that negative belief system within you which tells you that things don't work out for me. That kind of a thought, that kind of a belief system, that needs to be eradicated from your subconscious, from your thought patterns, because that could cause a hindrance in you achieving what you want to achieve. So this is just one small kind of hurdle on the way, and the minute you understand and you recognize this is my drawback, it's very easy to work on that negative belief system and completely remove it from your energy. So the Five of Cups energy, clearly you have that fear that what if things don't work out for me? So you need to work on that. And finally, the final potential outcome. What do I see for pile number one? We have the Knight of Wands. So clearly you start with this new Ace of Wands energy. There's some fresh new start to something that you are uh, you know trying to start something new, some creative new beginning, which you have thought of, but probably you never kind of, uh, you never worked upon it. But yes, if you get rid of those certain drawbacks, you are on your way to coming to the position where this new idea, this new creation can come to this level, the Knight of Wands energy, where it's going to be fiery, full of passion, and something which brings you a lot of happiness and fulfillment, the sense of fulfillment that comes in. So that was your reading, pile number one. I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you did, please do put your comments. Do mention if this reading resonated with you. And yes, if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. In that way, I can connect to your energies and I'll be able to give you more accurate readings. So with that, I will leave you here and I'll see you in your next reading. So until then, lots of love, light, power, and magic to you all. Bye. Welcome, pile number two, to your reading. So we are going to take a look at your July 2026 reading, where we'll understand what kind of energies, what kind of blessings, guidance, what is coming towards you in the month of July. And for that, we'll first start with what energies are you in currently. So this will give me an idea as to, this will give you an idea as to this pile, whether it belongs to you or not. So at first, I'm going to just take a look at what are the energies that you are in currently. We have success, caution, and mystery. Great. So pile number 2, what I feel is that, yes, currently you're going through a phase of success is, I mean, there's no doubts about that. This is showing me that at the moment, maybe, you are going through a phase of success, or maybe in your work area, in your career, or it could also be in any other area. Maybe, if you're a student, then um, in that area, probably you are going through a phase of success, which is good, which is a happy card. There's also an energy of caution over here, which tells me that, see, we can take a look at it from either ways. One is that, yes, don't go ahead with such force and such speed that you don't see what is coming in front of you. So there's a kind of caution that is coming for you, wherein you're being told that, take it slow, and take it with, like, with patience, and don't get too reckless the way you're going ahead. Another thing that's coming in is that, there is some kind of mystery surrounding you. This could be, yeah. The other thing about caution was that I feel that some of you could be a little cautious in terms of, that you're going through this phase of success, but you could be a little bit cautious right now, thinking that, oh, I hope things stay like that. What if, this is my, the highest point in my time, and, what if things go bad in some time? I mean, that kind of caution that is surrounding you. So you have that kind of energy around you, for some of you. In terms of mystery, what I feel is that, you're waiting for results, for some kind of results, some of you. So just take what resonates. Maybe not all of it could resonate with you. Maybe a few parts could resonate with you as far as your current energies are concerned. So you are awaiting results, news related to something, and there's a kind of factor of mystery. There's this mystery surrounding you at the moment. You're waiting for that news. Most probably, it could also mean that, you are waiting for that news which finally tells you that, you've achieved that success in that particular area, but you are cautious because you feel, what if things don't work out in your favor? So there's this kind of mystery that is surrounding you. So it can be either which ways. You have to take it, the way it resonates with you. So let's quickly jump into your tarot cards and see what's expected in July for you. So we are going to again take a look at your current specific energy for July. We have the Five of Cups. Okay. Now, now this is kind of, again, telling me now the current energy. It's similar to pile number 1, but that was, but here this is showing as your current energy. So now see, your current energy had success coming in. So the success is trying to come in, but again, you are pile number 2. You are thinking, maybe there's a negative belief system within you where you feel that, what if things fall apart? What if things don't work in your favor? And that's why the caution card also came up. So this clearly explains what your energy meant, which came in the beginning. Somewhere you're being very cautious. You feel, what if success eludes me? What if it doesn't come to me? And you kind of, uh, you this whole negative thinking actually doesn't allow, sabotages your own success. That, I was just not getting the right word. So you are sabotaging your own success by thinking negative. So this is your, what I'm getting is, this is the current belief system that you have to work upon, which is strongly there. Though pile number 1 didn't have it as a strong energy or emotion, it was just a part of the reading. But here, this is your current energy that's coming to me. Let's see what you have to integrate. King of Wands energy. Now, what does this say? This, you have to integrate this kind of energy to be able to be successful, because success is coming towards you. It is a mystery at the moment, provided you embody this King of Wands energy, you are definitely going to be successful. And what is the King of Wands energy? Somebody who is confident, who is authentic, who knows, that I am successful. I am that person. So embody that confidence, that sense of being where you know already that you have achieved that success. So that's the energy that you need to integrate. Let's see what is the recent past energy that you came out of. Pile number 2. King of Cups energy again for pile number 1. Also, I had the same energy that they came out of in the recent past. So you have embodied this energy of wisdom, intuition, and a balance, as far as your heart is concerned. So you've like achieved this. Now you have to move on to the King of Wands energy. You need to integrate this energy, the confidence. So there is wisdom, there is a balanced, heart chakra, so to speak. And there is that balanced intuition, which is already there within you. You've already embodied that energy. So this is what you've just, integrated in the recent past, which is beautiful. Let's see what energy are you moving into in the near future. You're moving into a completion phase, the World card. Now this is telling me very soon. So July is going to be that month for you, and there is going to be a major there's going to be completion of a major chapter in your life. It's going to be a major chapter which concludes in the month of July. And I feel that chapter or that entire cycle is somewhere related to this Five of Cups energy. You need to finish and completely eradicate this negative belief system within you, because it is taking you towards success. Once you do that, something very similar to pile number 1, but maybe that's what the energy is in the collective, and that's why something similar coming out. Let's see what's constantly there at the top of your awareness, your conscious mind. We have the Temperance again, similar to pile number 1. I don't know where Temperance came that time, but Temperance is telling me that you are constantly trying to bring about balance in your energies. Um, uh, there is this whole awareness about bringing a balance, alchemizing your energies, and trying to integrate, you know, the positives and the negatives, to bring about an alchemy within you, to bring about an alignment within you, within your energies. And that's always at the top of your mind. You're trying to bring about that balance wherever you go. So somewhere this energy needs to be completely pushed out. Finally, the energy of, grief, loss, that needs to be pushed out finally to achieve that success. Let's see what is running at this subconscious level. Three of Wands energy. So you are subconsciously, you are completing this major chapter in your life, and now you are looking forward towards moving into a new phase of your life. And for that, you're waiting in anticipation. So July is going to be that month for you, which is going to bring about that change in your life. Let's see what are the 4 blessings coming your way. I'll pull out all the 4 cards together. So the first blessing, which you are aware of, I mean, you've always wanted or desired. We have the King of Pentacles. So pile 2, you are getting the blessing of money, like good stable money coming your way, good stable finances happening for you from the month of July. This is beautiful, and this is something you've always desired and wanted, and it is coming to you as a blessing, provided you remove any kind of negative belief systems within you which constantly have this I'm getting that the five of cups keeps coming back to me, because somewhere I think I need to keep repeating the fact that you need to stop complaining, you need to stop cribbing about what's happening around you, and move your perspective, shift your perspective to what can you achieve, because there is success which is coming in. And this King of Pentacles is clearly telling me that you are This is what you've been desiring all along, and this is one blessing that is coming for you in the month of July. So pile number two, just work on your drawbacks. Let's see what's the second blessing coming for you. This second blessing is going to be something which which you least expected. It's just coming towards you. The devil card. Let me see now. As a blessing, what a devil card could do. Uh, See, devil usually tells me that this is something to do with attachments in terms of or addictions, so or some habits that we usually have that we can't let go of. And I think this is something that you conquer in this month, or somewhere around this month you start realizing that and you're able to conquer those negative habits. And all of us have various addictions or habits that are not really good for us. This could be in terms of, some of us could have the habit of overeating, some of us could have the habit of say smoking, or drug addiction, or some of us could just have a habit of shopping, I mean, like being a shopaholic, or there could be various other things. Some of us could be addicted to lying. So there are various other addictions, habits that, we have to work upon. All of us have some good and bad within us. So yes, somewhere in July, you kind of realize, you understand these are my drawbacks, my limitations, and I'm going to work on them. And somewhere you are successful. So this is something which you weren't expecting, but this unexpectedly happens for you uh, starting July, which brings you towards your, the finances, the success that's coming your way. These are your hopes and fears. The Tower card. I mean, what more could you ask for? Your hopes and fears. Now, I think you have been used to such sudden, shocking moments in your life that if I take it as a fear, you definitely have that fear within you, which tells you that, if things are moving um, in the right direction, they're working in my favor. What if something just shockingly happens and everything just falls apart? That's your fear. But if I look at it from the hope perspective, you have a sudden enlightenment that happens, like a crown chakra opening, which helps the flow of divine energy within you, which again tells me the King of Cups energy, which brings about this beautiful, sense of intuition within you, which helps you, which guides you. And now on, you don't have to really think too much about making decisions and, what to do next. It just automatically happens for you. So you can take it either which ways. If you take it as a fear, then, this is like your limitation. Again, the devil card, or the Five of Cups card. But if you take it in the positive way, you have conquered all your drawbacks, your limitations, and you're moving towards a crown chakra opening kind of a moment, wherein you have divine wisdom, intuition, divine energy flowing in within you with the Temperance card, which you are aware that you are bringing that kind of balance within your energy body. This is actually one moment where you can utilize it in your favor in July. So beautiful pile number two if you use it the right way. Now let's see what's the final potential outcome. Judgment. Look, this clearly just goes with all the cards. Judgment is what? You are awake, you are awakened, or basically you open your eyes to the reality. You finally understand how to manipulate energy in your favor, so to speak. Right? So, we always have the good and the bad, the wrong and the right. But how do you use that in your favor? How do you manipulate it? So there's nothing good or bad. It's all about bringing balance. And how do you bring about that balance? When you have the judgment, also kind of tells me it's kind of a crown chakra opening. So pile two, I feel there's this moment of awakening for you, which happens in July, wherein you finally understand the secret of secret of how energy works and how you manipulate it in your favor without, you know, bringing any kind of guilt or prejudice within your system. Because the moment there's guilt, and whenever there's guilt, that's when the whole good and bad kind of quality comes in the picture. But the moment you realize that it's all energy around us, and how you work on this energy, because you are the creator of your own reality, you are the producer, director, actor, creator, you are everything in your own reality. And the minute you understand that that's what you awaken to in the month of July, you understand how to create your own reality. And this is a powerful moment for you, pile number 2. I think you should make the most of it. And you should grab this opportunity, because this is happening for you in the month of July. So I hope you enjoyed your reading, pile number 2. And if you did, then please like this video, and please do mention in the comment section if any of it resonated with you. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, then please do so, because it helps me to connect with your energies, and I'm able to give more accurate readings in that way. So yes, I will see you in the next reading. Until then, lots of love, light, power, and magic to you all. Bye. Welcome, pile number 3, to your July 2026 reading. We're going to take a look at what can you expect that is coming in the month of July for you. And along with that, we're going to take a look at your blessings and your guidance that's coming through. And we'll at first take a look at your energies to understand whether this pile is meant for you. Maybe, if you resonate with these energies, the energies that are currently surrounding you and within you, you'll understand if this pile is meant for you. Otherwise, you can go to the other 2 piles if this one doesn't resonate with you. So let's see, what are your energies? Pile 3. Caution again. Isolation. Caution was there for pile number 2. And happiness. Happiness was there for pile number 1. Fine. So let's see. Okay, so pile 3, I see that somewhere you're very cautious. Again, I'm getting the same energies for you as well. I feel you are very cautious about anything and everything. That's the kind of energy that is, that's within you at the moment. You're being cautious of moving ahead or doing certain things, or there's this energy of caution within you at the moment. Take, as it resonates, take what resonates. Or it could also be the case that you're being asked to be cautious at the moment. But since that's your energy, so yes, it can either be that you are cautious, or it could also be that you are being guided to be cautious at the moment with relation to something going on in your life. There's also this feeling of isolation. It can be either ways. Either you have gone into isolation mode, into hermit mode, because you just need to kind of rejuvenate, relax, and recharge yourself. You've isolated yourself from the hustle bustle and from the world. That could be the case. Or for some of you, it could also mean that you feel isolated or left out. It could go either ways. The other thing that is coming to me is that for some of you, you are very cautious of being fully happy. That is I'm getting that kind of a feeling. Very cautious to be extra happy, because we have that saying that if you laugh a lot, don't laugh too much, because you might have to cry. That's the kind of saying, in those days. So, so there is this sense of caution to being extremely happy. And maybe that is the kind of energy around you. And for some of you, it could also mean that you are happy being in isolation. So somewhere there is the energy of happiness around you, but you being cautious, you're not able to integrate that happiness within you. So you have it, but it's just up to you. How do you, you have that gift, but it's up to you how you accept it. You have to be in the receiving mode to, to get that gift, to actually enjoy the gift. That's the whole point. Let's see your tarot. What does tarot say for you for the month of July? We'll again take a look at your current energy. Let's see what's your current energy, pile 3. You're in a healing phase. There's a star. The star is also telling me that currently you are being noticed for some of you. Okay, so it just depends. It's since it's a general reading, just take what resonates. For some of you, you are currently in that phase where you're being noticed for your efforts. You are being praised for the amount of work that you've put in, or for your performance, or some of you, you're in that phase. Some of you are in this phase of healing, where you on your own are bringing about healing within your own energies. So that's your current energy. You are healing yourself in various areas of your life. Some of you are probably being noticed for your efforts that you've put in, and you're being praised for that. So that is also a good sign. That's your current energy. Let's see what's the energy that you need to integrate, which is coming towards you and which you need to integrate. So, pile 3, you need to transform yourself. That is what you're being told. The minute you transform yourself, the healing happens on its own. The minute you transform yourself, success, you know, or anything else that, any hurdle or obstruction that was there, the hurdle obstruction is created by you yourself. So the minute you transform yourself, or you allow the transformation to happen within you, um, you achieve what you are looking for. And this also tells me that transformation is what is coming towards you. And these are major arcana. So this is something which is a major part of your, it's a major part of your life, pile 3. Like, this is a major change that's coming into your life. So you are in a healing phase for most of you, and the energy coming towards you that needs to be integrated in the month of July is the energy of transformation. So there's going to be an ending to a previous cycle, and this energy of new cycle is coming in. So there's a major ending happening for you in the month of July, and you should be able to integrate it, accept it, and understand that this is what it is. If something has to end, it has to end. It can be in any area of your life. It could be a relationship. It could be anything, maybe some problems or issues that you were going through all along. That could also completely end for you. It could mean some transformation in your finances. It can be in any area of your life. It could also mean, as far as your health is concerned, some major cycle is ending in the month of July. Let's see what is the energy that you've recently just, come out of. We have the Six of Swords energy, which is again saying that you've moved. You have recently, come out of a difficult phase. Maybe that's why the caution card came up, because yes, if you go through a lot of difficult times, somewhere you start becoming very cautious about everything. You feel fearful of being extremely happy. You feel fearful if success comes towards you. You feel, what if it's taken away? You've moved out of that phase. So that was your energy. Now you have just moved out of it, and now you move to this new phase of transformation, healing, and yes, a new phase of life. Let's see what is the energy that you're moving into, pile 3. Two of Wands energy. Now, yes, so it's like, it's self-explanatory. You are moving. You have now just recently moved into a new phase, which is beautiful, which is calmer, which is peaceful, and something which is going to bring you a sense of contentment. And that's when now you are finally the future self, that you are, the recent future. You're going to be looking out for something new now, because now whatever it is, that whole ending of a chapter is now you're going to be looking out for, now what can I look at? Now I've conquered this. See, she's holding the planet Earth. So what this card essentially tells me is that, yes, I've conquered everything so far. Now I want to look out to, something new. Now, what is a new phase that I can look into? So it's a good transition that's happening for you. And July is that month that is going to bring about this new transition and transformation. Let's see what's, at the top of your awareness. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So somewhere you are, consciously aware that you need to make this constant, stable, money. There's this practicality around you wherein you know that, yes, I need to be practical. I need to move forward cautiously again, but and be stable as well, because I don't want to rock the boat. The whole point is that. So that's always at the top of your awareness. You are cautious, you are slow, you are stable, and you are practical. So yes, that kind of explains everything as far as your energies are concerned. Let's see what is constantly running at the back of your mind. Four of Wands energy. Now this is clearly this is telling me that subconsciously you are always in that autopilot mode of yearning for a sense of stable, sense of stability, right? So yes, this is what you are on a subconscious level. You are always working towards this kind of a sense of stable feeling, because again, your energy is more about caution. So you feel very cautious when you want to move ahead, and you want to see that nothing untoward happens. So there's always this at the back of your mind. Also, you have this energy of the Four of Wands, which is a sense of stability. There's also a sense of say, like a grounding. I get this feeling of grounding over here, where you are I like that whole feeling of being properly grounded and stable, and like nothing can sway me in any other direction. So wanting to be away from any kind of a storm or something which can just um, uproot something. So that's constantly running, but it's a good thing, because since this is running at the back of your mind, this is what you get, because you are constantly generating those kind of thoughts. The thoughts about being stable, being grounded, being, in a happy kind of a mode. So you attract that, because that is what you're constantly thinking, which is a good thing. Let's see what are your four blessings. The first blessing is something that you've always desired for. Second blessing is something which you were not aware of. It's coming your way. This is your hopes or your fears, and the final potential outcome for you. So the first blessing is something that you've always desired for. Now, since it's the Three of Swords, which tells us grief or loss or, sadness, but since it's a blessing, it's clearly telling me that this blessing is coming in the way of, you are finally able to release that pain or that grief which you've been carrying within you all along. And that's why we have the Six of Swords energy, where you've moved into calmer waters. So this is one blessing that's coming in the month of July for you, where you are finally releasing that pain and that grief, that whole feeling of loss, that sadness, that you are releasing in the month of July. And it's coming right under the Star card, so it clearly tells me that you are healing this aspect of yourself. You are healing this part of yourself, which is beautiful, which is happening in the month of July. This is something that you did not expect, but it's coming towards you. Now, what does Seven of Swords as a blessing mean? Seven of Swords as a blessing means you have this sudden clarity in terms of how you strategize, how you maneuver yourself to attain or achieve what you want without being, so yes, Seven of Swords is a card of manipulation, but it also means that you finally, as a blessing, what is it teaching you? You learn how to maneuver through the tricky stages of your life, and you move towards what you want. So this kind of, the strategical thinking, that bent of mind is what you are getting in the month of July. You come into this, new awakening with this transformation card, because it's coming right below the death card, which clearly says that the previous chapter was over where you walked around cautiously, you were fearful of, success coming in, too much happiness coming in. And now what's happening is that you have the Four of Wands always at the back of your mind, running in the background. And that is what you get. You get happiness. You do achieve that sense of happiness and contentment. And you understand how to do it because you are able to, with your out of the box thinking. That's the kind of blessing that's coming in for you. The next blessing could be a hope or a fear that's within you. The Knight of Wands energy. So I would take it more as a blessing. Now, this tells me that there could be something, especially from your teenage years. This tells me that something which you were passionate about, which you wanted to create, maybe this is what you thought about during your teenage years, and that is what is coming to you in the month of July. Maybe you might suddenly, out of the blue, randomly think about, I used to do this when I was in my teenage years, and yes, I want to start it again. Maybe I want to try it out again. Maybe it could work out. It's a passion, some creative project, or something, some hobby that you used to pursue when you were younger. That's the energy. So that's coming for you in the month of July. And that's spark and inspiration. Let's see what's the final potential outcome. Knight of Swords. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So July is clearly something fast, okay? Something quickly is coming towards you. That's the outcome. And for that to happen, you have to kind of move out of that extra cautious mode and accept what's coming towards you. And for all that, it's clearly, there in front of you that finally it's that ultimate happiness that's trying to come towards you, which you need to accept. So the Knight of Swords is clearly telling me something is moving fast, it's coming towards you, it's wanting to come towards you, and it is something that you deserve, rightfully deserve. You need to accept it. There could be some news also which could bring that sense of happiness, that kind of happiness for you. It could also be some kind of news or, something that you get to know, which could bring about some kind of celebration in the month of July. This could be some celebration happening in your family. So that's your reading, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you resonated with this reading, please do mention in the comments below. If you like this reading, then please press that like button. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so, because it helps me to connect with your energies and be able to give much more accurate readings. So with that, I'll close my reading here, and I will see you in the next one. Lots of love, light, power, and magic to you all. Bye.